Hi, Sarah. Hi, Eunice. Good afternoon. So, Sarah, since andito ka naman, and ikaw din naman yung nagtanong ng regarding sa lesson 3 na question, um, sagutin ko na din kaagad yung question mo, no? Kasi baka nandun ka na. Your question is about, wait lang, hanapin natin. Okay. So your question is about here dito sa module 3 assessment number 3. So I'll be sharing you my screen, no, para makita niyo. Share. Naririnig niyo ba ako? Message po kung naririnig ako, please. Thank you. Kasi kailangan natin i-pass nakita na gather. Several storage for So, ito, no, punta tayo din sa yung question ni Sarah is kung, sorry naman yung question ni Sarah is kung ano ba yung testing styles dito sa Module 3, Question 3. Module 3, Assessment Question 3. Tama ba? Oops. Magulo ko. Wait lang. Magulo ako. Okay. So lang. Yan. So, meron akong i-explain regarding dito sa part na to. Yan. So, regarding dito sa part na to, is ask ko lang po yung Module 3 Assessment number 3, yung testing style po ba na tinutukoy nyo is yung testing methods. Now, I was about to say yes dun sa tanong mo, Sarah, ay kaya lang, nung biniligan ko yung module, pardon niya, hindi kasi ako nagsulat nito, so hindi ko totally sa ulo lahat kung paano nag-flow yung assessment. Although nireview ko naman siya for comprehension and other matters like grammars, ito, hindi ko gaano itong napansin. So, about the testing style, this is about software testing. So, yung mga methods na ginamit dun sa Module 3, Lesson 3. However, since may follow-up question dito na what is more feasible in your project? Now, on this case, magdi-disregard itong tanong na to, no, what is more feasible in your project? Kasi, dahil dito, itong part na ito ay hindi na po ninyo gagawin. So again, yung Module 3, Lesson 1 to 3, Enrichment Activity ay hindi na gagawin, but instead, yung nabanggit ko last time, na magiging case study na lang siya instead of research. So, kasi pagka magre-research kayo, medyo magkakaroon tayo ng problem sa paglabas-labas nyo when you do data gathering. Lahat ng mga data nyo magiging limited online. And there may be times na kailangan lumabas for data gathering. So, para maiwasan na yon, ginawa na lang itong case study, reaction, or response to a case study. At yun ang babanggitin ko. So, dito, babalikan natin to kasi baka hindi ko na to pasagutan sa inyo dahil hindi na to aakma doon sa itong question na to ay hindi na akma dito dahil wala naman kayong project feasibility na ginagawa. So, my final decision here is for you not to answer the number 3 item anymore under assessment. So again, lilinawin pa lang yung Module 3 assessment number 3, only number 3, ay hindi na po sasagutan. Okay. So malinaw tayo dun sa question. Sarah, before I go to the other concerns, may tanong pa ba tungkol dun sa Module 3 lesson assessment? Or yung iba baka may tanong pa dun sa Module 3 assessment.
Picture nyo lang po yung properties ng mga speakers. Nandun po
Okay, since wala namang nagko-comment, may question pa regarding dito, I'll move forward to the next agenda for today. So, yung next kong i-discuss ay yung, ma'am, ano po ba yung case study na tinutukoy nyo tungkol dito sa enrichment activity? So, as I mentioned, hindi na po natin gagawin tong research, kundi responding to a case study. Now, I'll be showing you a document that discusses that the case study. Paano nyo ba ito gagawin? At ano yung magiging guidance nyo to do it. Okay, this is definitely easier comparing to research. Responding to a case study, this activity will replace the Module 3, Lesson 1 to 3, enrichment activity that's included in our module. So to do this, you have to group yourselves and we are allowing you to have maximum of 3 members per group. Pwedeng sa ibang section as long as sa yung instructor, walang problema sa akin. So again, baka may magtanong dito, ma'am, pwede po bang hindi magkaklase or magka-session? Pwede, basta isa ang instructor nyo. So in this case, ako lang dapat pareho yung instructor ninyo rather. So for this matter, let's move forward. Kailangan po ba ito ay naka-yellow paper or naka-print? Pwede kahit ano. Pwedeng print, pwedeng yellow paper, pwedeng bond paper, pwedeng handwritten. Just don't forget to indicate the name and the section of each member. And there is no need for you to submit it individually. So basically, dapat ito ay isa na lang per group. One output per group only. Just make sure that the name of the members is included on the paper once you submit it. Okay, so ano nga po yung case study na pag-aaralan po namin or babasahin namin. Now, I have prepared 3 case studies on this activity. Meron tayong Aloha Company, Medallion and Game Development Case Studies, which focus on systems development lifecycle. Now, these case studies can be found on the G Drive. I actually added the link of the Google Drive where you can download the case study. So, ito po yung mga case study na yon. Ito. Case 1, Aloha SDLC, the Medallion SDLC, and Game Development SDLC. You can download a copy of this. Then, what you need to do is to actually, for example, if you choose Aloha Technology as your case study, all you need to do is to read the article and identify what are the things that Aloha Technology did with regard to software development. So it's like you're making a reaction paper on how Aloha software development lifecycle went through. Ano ba yung pinalaw nila with regard doon sa ating module? Meron bang connection ito? And meron naman tayong step-by-step guide kung paano ba siya gagawin din. I already added the guides for you to read regarding a case study. So before we actually go to the format on how are you going to write the response rather to a case study, let me discuss briefly kung ano ba yung purpose ng isang case study. So case study assignment usually require you to identify problems and issues in a scenario. In this case, yung scenario na pagpipilian nyo ay yung Aloha Medallion and Game Development System Development Life Cycle. So in order for you to demonstrate your developing knowledge of theories and professional policies. For example, you may be asked to identify issues in healthcare, study and demonstrate your knowledge of holistic care in relation to NMBA standards. So dito naman sa atin, we are not really talking about any standard. Well, what we need to actually identify ay ang mga ito. How are you going to write your response on a case study? For example, Kasi maraming format on how to do it. But these are just some of the steps that you can follow enable for you to write a better response. Okay, number one, read the case study and question carefully. This is very important. Yung iba kasi nag-i-start na agad sa introduction, sa abstract, sa conclusion, pero hindi naman binasa yung article. So make sure to read the case study and question carefully first. You need to highlight any points that you think are important on that article. I needed to really spend real time carefully reading the case study in question to ensure that you understood what you are being asked to do so. So, dito kasi aalamin nyo paano pa nila naayos yung, like, meron ditong scenario na how are they able to solve the issues of an old system to the new system that they made. No, so yun yung mga ilan sa mga bagay na kailangan yung maintindihan when you choose your case study. So make sure na basahin niyo rin yung content. Number two, identify the main issues. In these steps, you are required to identify the key issues arising from the facts in the case of the study. On this case, like in any other study, it is similar to like identifying the problems. So, kailangan niyong malaman ano ba yung naging problem, bakit ginawa yung study na yun. Number three, link theory to practice. In this step, you should link your knowledge about a topic, for example, theory or codes of practice, policy and process, or practices. So, in other words, in this step, you are applying your knowledge in practice by understanding or using this knowledge to identify and resolve issues and, of course, to solve the problems. Ano ba yung mga methods, the procedures that was included on the study? So you need to include that. And then number four, plan. That's the time you plan your response. And write your response accordingly. Now, what am I looking for to your output? Ma'am, ano po ba yung pinaka-isusulat namin sa output ng response namin sa case study na napili namin? For example, napili po namin yung game development case study. Ano po yung laman niya? Then, I'm just going to look for three factors. Dapat nandun yung introduction, then the body, and of course, the conclusion. Ano ba yung laman po, ma'am, ng introduction? So, you need to think your introduction as a brief guide to your paper. The introduction of your case study response should tell me ano ba yung context or focus ng case study na napili nyo. In other words, what is it all about? Next, what are the key areas that will be covered and in what order? It is similar to saying to me, ano po ba yung naging scope ng napili ng case study? Gaano ba kalaki yung system na ginawa nila? Ano yung naging order ng steps na ginawa nila to solve the problem that they have? Okay, number three, what conclusion has been reached? This is generally your study statement. So it's as if you're looking for the main factors. Bakit ba nila yung ginawa yung study in the first place? So dapat yun ang pinakalaman ng introduction nyo. Then sa body, it is the main part of your response and will be made up a number of paragraphs that work through the issues in your case study. What you need to do is to decide on how many paragraphs are required to respond to each of the questions or issues raised in the case study. So for example, in your case study, nabanggit ay limang problem, then definitely the body of your case study should include at least five paragraphs that answers those five problems. Next, some issues may require more than one paragraph in response. In the body of your case study response, you must make sure that you have all of this. Refer back to the headings you created in the plan, your response, step to keep your writing on track. Balik ka dun sa pinakita ko sa taas, plan your response step. Then next, ensure Ensure each paragraph focuses on only one main idea. So if you think na mayroong different ideas on the case study, then divide it on different paragraphs. Huwag po natin pagsama-samahin sa isang paragraph lang. Next, build the points you are making in logical order. When we say logical order, one paragraph must be in relation to the next paragraph, and so on. Hindi pwede yung patalon-talon yung idea natin. Dapat siya ay logically placed on your paper. Next, clearly link the end of the paragraph to the beginning of the next paragraph. So it's similar to the number third bullet that you must write your response on a logical manner para hindi po nalilito yung nababasa. And then lastly, the conclusion. In writing your conclusion, you should link your study statement with a summary of the ideas in the body of paragraphs. It's a good way of encrypting your conclusion is by touching on the major points in summary, then wrapping up everything by clarifying your opinion. So in conclusion, in a simple manner, you're going to write your conclusion kung ano ba, let's say you're going to say, naging successful ba o hindi yung yung inyong, yung study na natili ninyo. So once again, dito, hindi kasi kayo yung gumawa ng study. No? The case study is already given to you, it's already done, all you need to do is to review it, at hindi na kayo gagawa ng panibagong case study pa. So you're just gonna write your response in accordance with the case study that you're going to choose. At isa lang po yung pipiliin, hindi lahat ay gagawa ng response. Isa lang dun sa tatlong nabanggit ko. Okay, so once again, to wrap things up, you're going to write the structure of your case study response in three divisions: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So if there will be any problems along the way writing your response, you're not sure if you're writing it correctly, go back to this guideline and ensure that they fit into the guidelines that we put under here. Kung hindi pa rin sigurado kung nasunod pa, then I'm just here to answer your questions through chat. You can also call me as long as, sorry, 20 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. Ayun, so, balik lang tayo dito. Any questions po regarding sa ating case study? Ay po, any questions po regarding dun sa case study natin? Meron pa kayong tanong? Later, ipopost ko yung link sa Google Drive kung saan nyo makukuha yung copy ng case study, guidelines, at yung mga case studies na i-review po ninyo. May tanong pa po ba tayo? Wait ko lang yung tanong nyo while I am posting the link of case studies dun sa ating group. Yes, Sarah, just go ahead. Okay, from Sarah, isa-send nyo din po ba yan sa page? Oo naman, syempre. Ito na, isa-send ko na. Baka makalimutan ko pa. Okay. Any questions po, please? Mag-comments na lang po kayo for your question. Suppose Ay po, may question pa. Okay, from Rigor. Okay. From Rigor Santos. Ma'am, anong style format po ng gagawin namin case study? Regarding sa formatting, font, spacing, margin, etc. I am not requiring any style anymore kasi pwede nga siyang maging handwritten. So, I'm not gonna make it formal like that. As long as it's clearly written and completely and written together with the guidelines that I have given you. Yun po, wala naman po tayong gagamitin sa font, spacing, margin. So, dito po ay, ito, actually nabanggit ko yung ilang style po or ilalagay kanina. So, kung hindi mo inabot, Rigor, paki-replay na lang yung kaninang sinabi ko. Pero sa formatting for the rest of the, the styles, wala po. Kahit niya kasi sulat kamay pwede. Basta sana nababasa lang siya ng ayos. Yun lang naman. And of course, please write your. Baka may magtanong, pwede po bang Tagalog? No, please write your reaction or your response to the case study in English. Okay, thank you. Nagigising lang daw ni Rigor, okay lang po. Mamaya, pwede mo naman siyang i-replay. Okay, any questions pa po? Just comment your question, i-upload ko lang yung ating case study. Or pwede rin po, okay. So, follow-up question from Rigor. Pwede rin po back up yung soft copy just in case of emergency. Of course, definitely, pwede. Mas maganda nga yung may backup kayo para kung sakaling mapunta man po sa ang lugar yung inyong papel na ipinasa, meron pa tayo at siya pwedeng kunin. Okay, so once you access this Google Drive, you'll see you will see four files. Okay, meron tayong case 1, 2, and 3, and then the PROG301 case study. Ito po muna yung bubuksan natin ha, kasi nandito yung guide natin on how you're going to write your response on the case study. And then, once you and your group mates decided kung ano yung pipiliin nyo sa tatlo, that's the only time that you're going to open the case study that you will choose. So make sure to read them carefully. I have chosen the shortest study that I have found online. Ito na yung mga pinakamaiksi. Kasi most of the time, yung mga journal articles, it can be up to 22 pages, 30 pages, so on. Ito na yung pinakamaiksing nakita ko na meron din namang relevance sa software development lifecycle. So we have the Aloha Medallion and Game Development as much as 8 to 14 pages ito. But of course, may mga kasama naman itong mga images, so you don't have to be afraid of this. Basahin lang kung mabuti at intindihin kung ano ang nilalaman ng mga case studies. Okay? So again, kung meron po tayong mga questions regarding sa pagsusulat ng response, make sure that you read first the guides that I provided under this file. Kung hindi masyadong maunawaan, and then I'm here to answer all of the questions that you wanted to know about the case study activity. You can still chat me or request for another online video para mas madaling i-explain sa inyo kung meron man akong hindi matatouch kapag nag-chat kayo sa akin. Okay, that's all. Yun lang naman talaga yung i-discuss ko for this session. But before we end the video, meron pa ba kayong mga itatanong? Sarah, sino man yung mga viewers ko ngayon? Rigor, baka meron pa kayong itatanong bago tayo matapos sa session na to? Pakitanong na po. Okay, salamat Sarah. Thank you, Rigor. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.